I've still got a video of my first ever jump off the 10 metre. I was stood for about 2 minutes. My mum literally wasted all the storage on her phone just filming me and I wouldn't jump off. That first jump is pretty tough.
Okay, go.
There was a leaflet at school about some diving testing for potential kids that wanted to go to the Olympics. They test your flexibility, your courage, how coachable you are, a huge long list. And I think the talent testing was about 2 hours long. Out of 70,000 kids, they selected 4 kids, which I was one of. A lot of diving is based on your muscle memory. A lot of it's just like intuition. You don't think or feel much, you just go and it happens. Usually the first time you're learning it, you have nothing to judge it off. I was learning a reverse 3.5, which is sort of one of the harder dives on 10 metre, and I was spinning in the air. Heard my call, came out. You're meant to see the water, instead I just saw the underside of the 10 metre board, which I knew was wrong, so I knew it was coming. Completely went flat. You just don't go deep at all, just floated to the side. I was there just coughing up blood on poolside. I could just see my coach out the corner of my eye, and he came over to me and just said, take your time, but when you've done, you've got another 5 to do. And I was literally like 14 at the time. It's a sport that's completely hinged on confidence, and because it's dangerous, once a little bit of doubt creeps in, you're not able to compete or train where you want to be at. The first time a dive goes wrong, it then haunts you. If you suddenly become too comfortable, that's when injuries happen. It's good to be a little bit scared. Even now, I'm still scared of the 10 metre. Through the years, people I've trained with, they sometimes get up onto the board and they find themselves unable to even jump off, let alone do like really complex flips and stuff. You want to do it, and everything in your head says, I can do it because you've done it 1,000 times before. Sometimes these mental blocks just like come in, and that can happen when you're a kid. It can happen when you're Olympic medalist. That does end careers. You got to relearn what it was like to learn those dives in the first place, and learn to approach the dive like a kid again. And so it's sort of one of those things where resilience, perseverance, and mainly I think you got to be addicted to like adrenaline, really. I'm sort of on the fringes of being top 3 in the world, but I've never finished in the top 3. As you get further and further down the line, it becomes, you can definitely see how much talent has a role to play. No matter how hard you work, there's someone that is just more talented than you. And you can put in more hours, you can put in more time in the gym. You can do the exact same training and the exact same dives. For some reason, you'll never be able to touch them. I was selected out of 70,000 kids. They might have been selected out of 100, 200,000, you know. So there's levels to talent. That last 1%, it's sort of uncoachable, and it's just down to the diver, who is technically the expert. The coach has never dived to that level, so you're sort of left with just the athlete themselves. And that's not down to hard work, that's just down to like that feeling. You either know how to do it or you don't. I love the sport for what the sport is. You finish your day and you sort of feel empowered by the fact that you're challenging yourself on a daily basis. When I got injured and I found myself working a normal job, I was sort of desensitized and I found myself like craving that adrenaline.
Welcome to the final day of the Speedo Aquatics GB dive.
We all love competing because you don't really get that adrenaline hit anywhere else. Before I start the competition, I'll do a quick meditation, just be thinking about my breaths and trying to just sort of clear my mind. I'll do a visualization of my first dive, from walking out and what the crowd's going to sound like, all the way to getting up at the end of the board. You're thinking, right, I'm going to fully extend my body, I'm going to make the neatest shape in the air. When you're spinning, you're counting your somersaults, you're counting 1, 2, 3, and then the 3 might be the cue for you to stop your rotation or come out of your dive. You grab for the dive with your strongest hand in front and you grab your palms. And because you hit so hard, your palms make like an air bubble for your body to slip into. And if you do it right, it will feel like you transition from air to water without feeling a thing. You do 4 years of training to do under 10 seconds worth of dives. Everyone's scrutinizing every little thing, every tiny detail. And that's a lot of pressure.
So challenging. Reverse 3.5, and Kyle has overcooked that one.
If you've done a good dive, bad dive, it doesn't matter. For the next dive, you've got to forget everything you just did and repeat again so that nothing will interfere with the next one.
Oh, there you go. Trademark rip entry from Kothari. See, that's how you do that dive.
So you just do that and repeat, repeat, repeat. And once I'm happy and it feels clear to me, I'll go up to the first 3 meter board. One diver will go before me and I'll do one visualization. 5 meter, do another visualization. The same on the 7.5 whilst another diver goes. And then it's my turn.
Here's Kothari.
Important dive.
I'll lock eyes with the end of the board. Once I can feel the dive really clear in my head, I drop my hands, I'll throw my drying towel down, and then I'll just go and do my dive.